Hey guys, so today we have another tutorial to make a figures diorama. So have you ever wondered what kind of diorama that you would want your figures to be displayed with? For Transformer movie, I like the Revenge of the Fallen movie the most. It's my favorite. So in this case, I would like to display my figure in some of their most famous scenes. For the Revenge of the Fallen, of course, we from the desert battle scene. In order to display some figures, I would like to have figure displays that you can see in here. It have some prompts that have with the figures in their posing, whether they running or they jumping. So this case I painted with acrylic black colors, and then I also painted it with a mixture of acrylic yellow and acrylic gray, and it gives us kind of brownish color like this. The point is that I want to mimic the sand base, and when I put the figures on here, will be like they are walking on sand or running on sand. For example, if I put on human figure, so you can see that the base here also got painted, range matched with whatever the base that we have in here. You'll see that if I put in the transformer figures on here, it will be like they are running on sand on a desert to recreate some of the scene. So that's the point. But then, of course, the colors in here is not as I want it to be. I still think that it doesn't really look like sand. It doesn't look as I want to. So that's why today I will do a tutorial, try out a new paint that I just obtained. Specifically, that will be the Vallejo Diorama FX paint. This can make the figures look more sandy base. I will try it out and see how it goes. Never used it before. I recently just searched for it on Amazon and stumbled on this. I would like to see how well it's worked. So in here we have a mixture. It looks like cream, and yeah, they do have some kind of sand texture on here. Let's see, because we have a lot of substance right on this removable piece. So I'm just gonna use some directly on here and see how it's go from there. So in order to put this material onto the base, I'll need some brush. Let's pick our station first, so let's put on some tower. According to the instruction in here, you don't see that it say we have to blend anything into the mixtures. I would guess that we just use them directly from here. So we just pick a brush. I'll pick this brush right here. Try to brush the substance directly onto the base to see the difference. I'll start as normally, just try to spread out the colors and then just spread them out. Just go over the base with these top colors. Also cover the base of the posting bronze in here. Spread them out. We do have a lot of colors onto this removable piece, so I'm just gonna use the one that I have on here for the base so that we can use all the material and don't waste anything. Because other than this base, if they work, honestly, I'll have to use this color a lot more to make more base and to make bigger diorama with this kind of paint as well. So far the colors seem to be not as good as I expected so far, but maybe let's keep going and see how much better it can get. Right now it's look kind of like yellow, and it's kind of between yellow and the color of the human skin. What I feel like, I don't know what to call that specific color, but it's look kind of yellow and then somewhere in between the human skin color, probably whitish yellow. But the texture do look a little sandy, so I give it that. So maybe if we have more color to cover everything, it will look a little better. But as of now, it do look a lot more sandy in comparison to the brown base that I start with. That brown base from the far away look, it look kind of okay. But when we look closer to it, it just doesn't look like sand colors or the brown color, earth color. So that's why I was not satisfied with what it looked like. And wait, I think it's already look kind of better, because it does look a lot more sandy now. in my opinion. Let's paint all of the part that we have in here. Damn, we do have a lot on here. Let's do have a lot on that removable piece. Actually, this looks pretty well. Now that we have more colors on this, I do think that it looks pretty well. Pretty nice. Pretty easy to use. I thought that we would have to mix them with some other substance, maybe water or something. But no, it seems like we just use them directly out of the bottle. Just use a brush and then just brush the colors onto whatever substance or base or anything that you want to paint. Just brush directly on there. They're kind of wet though, like I accidentally touched my hand a few times onto the base. It's pretty wet, so I would expect that it will take quite a bit of time to actually rewrite down. According to the instruction, I think it takes approximately 30 to 45 minutes for the colors to write down. But of course, it depends on how much we brush onto a surface and how thick the layer that we put on the surface. I think the surface that I have in here is pretty thick for the surface, so probably it's more close to 45 minutes to make it actually dry down. But damn, does look pretty okay. Does look pretty decent. Let's put in some more because I do see that on here. I can still see that brown colors, and because the oil is supposed to be there's just a natural sand in the desert, so I don't want them to spread out too evenly. So I'm just gonna put a little more here and a little less there. Just try to mix them a little randomness, because nature is about randomness. Nothing is predictable. Might be something, but most things will be random. So I put the colors on there, a little thicker here and a little thinner there. And you can see that even for the posting brown, oops, got a lot more colors out there. Even for the posting brown, I do have this kind of sandy colors to put on it as well, just to blend it in a little. So if you look at the bottom of the page, you see that you have a lot of the other kind of rusty colors and like greenish colors I have in here. Like when I paint this base, this was very random. I didn't really know what to do with it because I don't really have a sandy color or brown color, so I just have to mix everything together. So of course, as you can see, I actually tried out a rusty color too, but it didn't really work well. So like later I have to use a black to paint over it and then mix it with some yellow, and then eventually it's got to the brownish colors that I showed you at the beginning. But now, after we paint this color on, this is what it looks like right now. I think it's look pretty decent. If you look at the texture, that indeed look very sandy. Does look pretty sandy. The texture is definitely there. It's not just uneven colors. It's not just about the colors that we put on. It's not just a sand colors looking, but it's have the texture in there as well. Like you can see there's more particle lying around. I think that's look pretty good. Of course not perfect. I have to practice on this as well. But as of now, it's look pretty good. It did not disappoint me. I'm just trying to give the surface a little randomness because I have a lot of colors on here, so I'm just gonna touch here and there. Every things that I touched out, they will have a little more of the sandy texture that is on the brush right here. Just trying to make it a little more random for the texture. You can see that the texture of the sandy particle, they're laying around like that. And if we put the human figures on here now, you can see the difference between the before and afters. So the before colors look pretty much exactly like that. like the base colors of these human figures, but now it's look like that. It's definitely look more like the desert sand colors. So what I'm gonna do now is just gonna paint this base of the human figure as well. So using the same colors on this removable piece, it's gonna put on here just to make it sandy looking. Ooh. So for the human base, this could be a little harder to paint, as you can see it's in here, because it's very delicate. But I think it's fine. Like as you can see, I just use the brush and just go in, and my brush is very big, so I'm just putting the colors everywhere, even onto the feet, the shoe, and the the chin of the figures. And I think it's fine because he's running inside the desert, so it's gonna get really messy. That's what I think. And because I would expect that they just like acrylic paint, so I can easily fix them if I think there's more colors in certain places that I don't want them to be on. So to fix them, in this case, I just want to use something that is small enough to touch some part on here. So I'm just gonna use a toothpick. As you can see in here, I'm trying to brush down some of the colors that I put on the jeans of the figures and on the shoes of the figures here, because that's too much. That's a little too much. So I have to take them off so that look a little more natural. Whoa, this sandy color actually stay on pretty strongly. Like I just put it on. It has not been even a few minutes, but then it actually stay on really takes. It's pretty hard to take off. Huh, interesting. I have to be more careful with this. But I still can take it off to some degree. So this is what the human figures look like right now. This human figure is actually just one that come with a Bumblebee movie figures. Studio series number 74 Bumblebee. So it's one of those human Sam Witwicky figures. Now that we put him onto the base, it's not out of place. It's not out of place anymore. Actually, the jean is very dirty with sand, and the shoes also dirty with sand. Look at that. Actually, it's not bad. It's not bad. Hey, you. Yes, you. Subscribe to our channel. Please, otherwise, Megatron might kill me again. And no, I'm not kidding. He's right there. Hey, Josh. So please, subscribe. I don't want to be back in 2 pieces. Your subscription means a lot to us.